On in the world of sports, including the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Overtime.
But we begin, yes, we got overtime there, but we begin Basketball Hall of Fame honoring one of the greats.
Yeah, the Basketball Hall of Fame enshrining 2 classes tonight in the bill, 9 new members, but front and center was the legacy and memory of Kobe Bryant. Of course, 18-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 12-time All-Defensive, 4-time All-Star MVP. And Kobe Bryant, his wife Vanessa, being escorted by Michael Jordan to the stage to speak.
I used to always avoid praising my husband in public because I felt like he got enough praise from his fans around the world, and someone had to bring him back to reality. Right now, I'm sure he's laughing in heaven because I'm about to praise him in public for his accomplishments on one of the most public stages. I can see him now, arms folded, with a huge grin saying, "Isn't this some shit?" I don't have a speech prepared by my husband because he winged every single speech. He was intelligent, eloquent, and gifted at many things, including public speaking. However, I do know that he would thank everyone that helped him get here, including the people that doubted him and the people that worked against him and told him he couldn't attain his goals. He would thank all of them for motivating him to be here. After all, he proved you wrong. I remember asking him why he couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting. He said, "What about the fans that saved up to watch me play just once?" He never forgot about his fans. If he could help it, he would play every minute of every game. He loved you all so much. Kobe had many accomplishments. 5-time NBA champion, 5-time New York Times best-selling author, 18-time All-Star, a league MVP and 2-time Finals MVP. 2-time Olympic gold medal winner. He is also the first professional athlete to win an Oscar. The list goes on, but his most cherished accomplishment was being the very best girl dad. Usually people thank everyone that has helped them get here, but since I don't have Kobe's specific list, I want to thank my husband. He did the work. He broke those records, and he inspired people to be great. Congratulations, baby. All of your hard work and sacrifices paid off. You once told me, if you're going to bet on someone, bet on yourself. I'm glad you bet on yourself, you overachiever. You did it. You're in the Hall of Fame now. You're a true champ. You're not just an MVP. You're an all-time great. I'm so proud of you. I love you forever and always. Kobe Bean Bryant.
Much more coming from the Basketball Hall of Fame enshrinement. As you see Magic Johnson and others, David Robinson standing. Duncan, KG, Catchings, Mulkey, all on the way, all on this Sports Center.
Gucci, it's only fitting we transitioned with the Los Angeles Lakers, and the King is back, and it was like he had never left. LeBron James playing in his first game since May 2nd. He missed 26 of the last 28 games. First quarter, LeBron throwing an alley-oop pass to Anthony Davis. AD loving it. Less than a minute later, Davis with the steal. Lakers going the other way. And if you're worried about LeBron's ankle, you weren't after this. He looks healthy. Not a doctor, but he looks healthy. First quarter, Andre Drummond get the rebound here. Davis pushing it ahead. Contavious Caldwell-Pope back to Davis again. The Lakers looking more like the Lakers with LeBron in the lineup. 80 doing his thing, 17 points in the first quarter. Second quarter, Lakers leading by 9. LeBron aggressive. Then it's LeBron driving again. Finishes, plus the foul right here. He goes for 11 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds in the first half. Lakers taking an 8-point lead into the break, fourth quarter. 3 minutes remaining, Pacers trailing by 5. Karis LeVert, it hit the jumper in the lane. goes for 28 points in this one. Then it's LeBron hitting the three. And these are big games for the Lakers. They do not want to be in that play-in tournament. They're fighting for that last spot, that sixth spot with the Blazers. And then LeBron knows the importance, just taking over. Lakers by 6. Slip the pass here to Drummond. Lakers winning 122-115. LeBron, how's the ankle?
What was different? I don't know. I think it's just time. Being out in the Toronto game just gave me a sense of where I was physically as far as my ankle. But I needed it. I needed that test to see where I was then, to know where I needed to go. So, and today is was another opportunity to see where I'm at and how far I can go too. So I still got some more room for improvement as far as my ankle, my mobility, and my strength. But I'm 10 times better than I was in that Toronto game, and I believe I can get 5 to 10 times better in the future. So, like I said, the more games that we have, the more opportunity I get to really just continue to strengthen everything around it, and continue to get better.
So one noticeable difference in this game, the maestro, LeBron James, had a new dance partner. He ran 16 pick and rolls with Andre Drummond, twice as many as with any other teammate on Saturday. It was also the most pick and rolls with any screener in a game this season, so developing a little bit of chemistry with Drummond.
James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving all playing for the first time together since February the 13th. Just the 8th game overall this season where each member of the Nets' Big Three has played 5 and 2 in the previous 7. So you wonder, how's this going to work in the playoffs? Who's going to take the most shots? Will it be an issue at all, or will their greatness overcome everything? We know Harden doesn't have to shoot. He likes passing, and in fact, he did not shoot in this game hardly at all. Later again, what a bounce pass to Bruce Brown. Harden 7 assists today. This was an afternoon tilt. Leads the team with 95 assists this season when the Big Three play. So when they have played, and again, it's not a lot, he has deferred to Kevin Durant. Durant misses that one, though. Again, Euro step, and that's a tough break. That was halfway down. Durant just 4 of 17. It was his worst shooting performance of the season. What about Kyrie? Again, wouldn't shoot as much as normally, wouldn't get his 30 points like he has a lot this year, but he hits that 3. He had 20 points in the first half on 8 of 12 shooting. His 20th 20-point half this season. That's most by a Nets player over the last 25 seasons. Irving getting his. If there was no three-point line, which I don't think there should be in the NBA, he'd be, I think, maybe like the best player. If twos had value like they used to. Who can get twos like Kyrie?
No, nobody.
Especially in the paint at the rack. Well, there you go. The Nets 6 and 2 with the big three. What about it?
Saturday's game may have been the first time the Nets' Big Three have been on the floor together in over 3 months, but Kevin Durant said that he didn't find it difficult for them to find a rhythm, and it was just their 8th game that they've played together this season. But James Harden told me that with the playoffs just around the corner, they're adopting a certain collective mentality.
Our mentality is just winning time. It's like at this point, it's whatever it takes. We have shot making, so if one of us isn't making shots, we have more than enough guys to make shots. We're all elite. We've been playing a game of basketball so long, and so we kind of know how to play, the right way. Very, very elite shot making. So it's just about the amount of minutes that we can play together. And then this week, I think of practice and scrimmaging, things like that is going to help us.
Whether the next time we see the Nets' Big Three is on Sunday against the Cavaliers or after those scrimmages are played in the playoffs depends on the result of the Milwaukee Bucks game that's currently winding down. Steve Nash has said that if he can help it, he prefers not to play Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin, and now James Harden in both halves of back-to-backs. But in this case, he said if they need it for seeding, he's not adverse to doing so long as they feel okay in the morning. And Kevin Durant, for one, has said that he hopes to play on Sunday, one, to continue to build a rhythm with his teammates, but also because he's a hooper who loves to play.
All right, the last time the Nets were on the court together, this was happening. Lakers, they had virtually a 100% chance of the playoffs. Now it's to avoid the play-in, I should say. Now it's 50-50. Westbrook was 32 triple-double shy of breaking Big O's record. That was fast. What a unbelievable year he has had. And Steph Curry was nearly 3 points per game behind Bradley Beal in the scoring race. Curry can lock up the scoring race on...
Emotional weekend at the Basketball Hall of Fame. The class of 2020, remarkable, led by the great Kobe Bryant. He was just one of a multitude of great names being enshrined on Saturday night, and it started with Kevin Garnett.
The city of Minneapolis, I look forward to rebuilding you. To the Timberwolves organization, to Kevin McHale, who's here. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Flip. Rest in peace. My only regret with Minnesota is that I didn't get to bring a championship, but like I said, I look forward to rebuilding Minneapolis, and I wanted to say thank you to the city and to the state. Thank you, Minnesota. To the Boston Celtics, Rick Grossbeck, Dr. Cass, Jim Pilata, I want to thank y'all for an amazing ownership group. Danny Ainge, your vision, Doc Rivers, your leadership, helping me be not only a better player, but a better person. Thank you for teaching me in Butu. I feel like I represent all of us up here, so thank you for that.
I was in 7th grade, sitting in my room, pondering what I would be when I grew up. I can still feel the smile that was plastered on my face. When I finished writing it, I ripped out my page. I flew down the hallway to find my brother and sister and broadcasted, "I know what I want to be when I grow up." I shoved the piece of paper in their hands and waited to hear their responses. On cue, they both said, "This is so cool. Have you showed Mom? Have you showed Dad?" I snatched the paper out of their hands and I ran downstairs screaming, "Mom, Dad, I know what I want to be when I grow up." And as I found them in the living room, I shoved the piece of paper in their hands, waiting for their response. They both looked at each other and they said, "Honey, if anyone can do it, you can." What was my goal? Basketball chose me, an awkward, lanky, introverted tomboy born with a hearing disability, a speech impediment, and a will to overcome obstacles, dream big, and to change the world.
Been through finals, game sevens. This is officially the most nervous I've ever been in my life. Been pacing my room all day, so let's see what we get. You heard the mantra that my mom instilled in me: good, better, best, never let it rest till your good is better and your better is your best. They told me and made me have pride in everything I did, be the best at everything I did, be happy with what your role is or where you are, and try to be the best at that. And I'm here because of them.
I look out from this podium and I'm really overcome with twin feelings of amazement, humility and amazement. I'm amazed that a kid from Hammond, Louisiana, or should I say Tickfall, Louisiana, could find herself in the company of giants. No coach stands here without having great players. I'm a very small part of the basketball world, and I've been blessed that they believed in me, they embraced me, and they allowed me to push them beyond places they thought they could ever go.
So this will go down as one of the best classes ever, led by Kobe Bryant, KG, and Tim Duncan. They made at least 15 All-Star teams, the only other 3 players that have done that in league history: Kareem, LeBron, and Shaq. Pretty good company.